In a tragic development, a critical starvation crisis unfolds in Geralta district, eastern Tigray, with 15 casualties already reported. Lives are being lost, and families are compelled to abandon their homes, seeking for sustenance due to the devastating consequences of starvation. In a heartbreaking incident, a grieving brother, Nagasi Girmay, shares the devastating news that his sister, Brighti Girmay, has lost her life within the confines of this home, succumbing to the ravages of starvation. Compounding the tragedy, her children were forced to tragic exodus in the face of dire circumstances.
My sister had been struggling and was forced to migrate due to starvation. We thought she was in another place seeking for sustenance. She returned home once she could find nothing to eat even in another area. Her son found her dead when he went home, worrying about his mother's whereabouts. He told us that his mother died of starvation. She has 4 children and now they are forced into a tragic exodus.
This is the home of another family who is enduring immense hardship as the twin challenges of starvation and thirst grip their lives. Abraham, a 5-year-old child, is now residing with his grandmother, left behind as his parents embark on a tragic exodus forced by the clutches of starvation. His grandmother, Almaz Ayana, whose mother lingers on the brink of death for days, battling starvation and thirst, says the dire situation extends beyond, encompassing for generations at risk of succumbing to starvation.
They are not here. They have abandoned me. I had 2 daughters and they left. They left because I can't afford to feed even my mother battling with illness. They said there is nothing to eat and drink here, and they said I have a mother to take care of. So I am now suffering out of starvation and disease.
A 78-year-old resident in Tigrai vicinity, Geralta district, Amete Barachi, shares her distress, stating that the current starvation crisis is exceptionally challenging compared to previous ones.
I have never experienced a resembling kind of famine except back in 1985. In 1985, there was a chance of evacuating to Sudan.
The residents say the situation is becoming increasingly difficult. They add the already dire situation of starvation is exacerbated as shortage in clean water supply compounds the crisis.
If I can't get food and water to provide my children, I tell them not to go to school on an empty stomach. We can't keep their hygiene due to lack of water, and sometimes they get sick. When we can get food to give them, they eat without washing their hands. We are struggling with numerous challenges.
The living condition is harsh for the residents than the livestock in the area. The cattle can travel far and get water to satisfy their thirst. The residents can't get water easily. We are in a terrible situation.
Confirming the tragic loss of 15 lives to starvation, the administrator of Geralta district, Welda Abraha Gavramedin, underscores the severity of the crisis. Issuing a stark caution, he predicts further escalation of the crisis in 2 months unless immediate food aid is delivered.
already بقوا percent خناس لحن تلنا تخبابي 85% already نحصرت مجبي زتقالعن.
The total number of population in our district is 46,242. It can be concluded that 85% of the population is exposed to severe starvation and some of them are left with insufficient food to sustain them for less than 2 months. 15 people, including children and elderly, have lost their lives due to starvation and starvation-induced disease beginning from August, and 3,360 people have also migrated.